Welcome to Book Reviews, where we explore the best books across every genre. I'm Joanna McCann. I'm joined as always by Gerald LeBlanc. Don't forget to grab your free copy of the audiobook using the link in the description below. Let's get started.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going deep into Janet Evanovich's Now or Never, Stephanie Plum.
Oh, yeah.
Bounty Hunter, Trenton, New Jersey.
Lots of action.
We've got some excerpts to work with, and I think they'll give us a good feel for just her world. Yeah, the kind of world Stephanie inhabits. So right off the bat, these excerpts really highlight
its cases.
Yeah, the specific cases she's working on.
Which I think is really interesting because it gives you like this, almost like a masterclass in bail enforcement, what it's actually like.
Yeah, it's like a crash course, yeah.
And she's not exactly your typical law enforcement.
No.
She's resourceful, funny, and
She bends the rules.
Oh, she bends the rules to get the job done.
Oh, totally. Like, remember that pizza delivery disguise?
Oh, classic.
Classic Stephanie.
But that's not even the most out there thing she does. She's a church lady. She's taking surveys.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
It makes you wonder, though, is she good at this? Or is she just, like, really lucky? That's what Evanovich does so well, right?
Yeah.
Blurs those lines. Like, is it skill? Is it chaos? You're never quite sure.
Yeah.
But it works.
And then on top of all this, chasing down these FTAs, she's got her own life.
Oh, yeah.
Potential pregnancy, relationship drama. Ranger, Morelli.
Talk about complications.
Yeah. It's a lot.
But that's what makes Stephanie so relatable. She's tough, she's vulnerable, and she's always got something to say.
Oh, always equipped.
No matter what kind of mess she's in.
Okay, let's talk about our first case.
Eugene Fleck.
Eugene Fleck skipped his court date. Seems simple enough, but
things get out of hand so fast.
Immediately, yeah.
It goes from routine apprehension to full-blown
case scene.
Yeah. Mistaken identities, Robin Hood admirers.
It's insane.
You're just dropped right into the middle of it.
Yeah.
No time to explain.
And then, we've got Mrs. Fleck.
Oh my gosh. The mother.
Just blissful ignorance.
Right. Like, none the wiser.
You almost feel bad for Stephanie having to deal with.
Oh, totally. You're like, how does she do this?
It's wild.
It's like the mundane just crashes into the bizarre and it creates this.
Yeah, it's heightened, but it's still real somehow. Okay, let's move on. We got to talk about bottles.
The plumber.
With a flashing problem.
Yes.
Evanovich just injects humor into the most unexpected places.
She really does. He's a flasher, but also a philosopher.
Right.
Like justifying it all.
And Lula?
Lula's reaction is priceless.
It's the best.
She's shocked. She's amused. There's almost
admiration.
Yeah. Like maybe she sees a little bit of herself in him,
Maybe.
Which is interesting because it turns into this conversation about
their own
insecurities, hidden talents, the things that
you don't expect from a flasher case.
Right. But even in the absurd, there's always that human connection. And Evanovich makes you laugh, she makes you think, and even feel for a guy who's kind of a creep.
Okay, let's shift gears a little. Bruno Jug, mobster, on Stephanie's list.
Yeah, this is where things get a little
more serious.
It's a reminder that her world, it's not all fun and games.
Yeah, there are consequences.
Real consequences.
And there's this constant tension with him. He's intimidating, but then he's sending her fruit baskets.
The fruit basket. It's classic Evanovich, right?
It is.
Like this funny little detail.
But it's also, menacing.
Yeah, like a little reminder. He's always there.
Yeah, watching you keeps you on edge.
And then we've got Zoran, a laundromat owner, suspected of being a vampire.
Okay, now we're talking supernatural.
Yeah, this is where things get really interesting.
It's bold, but Evanovich owns it.
She does?
She leans into the absurdity.
And the evidence against him is actually, kind of compelling.
Bite marks, witnesses, even his family history.
All right, there's something there.
It's like she's saying, okay, things are about to get weird, but stick with me.
And then, all this is happening while Stephanie's dealing with her own stuff. Oh, yeah. Pregnancy tests, Morelli, Ranger.
It's a lot.
It's like a whirlwind of chaos.
Okay, last case in these excerpts. And this one's a doozy.
Herbert
Slavinsky.
Robin Hoodie.
The reveal, it just comes out of nowhere.
Right. This harmless, awkward guy,
Yeah.
turns out he's the mastermind.
Stealing from the rich, giving to the
It
poor.
makes you think, right?
Yeah.
About the people you underestimate.
Yeah, totally.
You think you know someone, and then...
Bam, Robin Hoodie.
Exactly.
The way they catch him.
Oh, it's just perfect. The funeral, the awkwardness.
He's hilarious.
You're laughing, but you're also like, how did he pull this off for
Right.
so long?
Okay, so we've met Stephanie, explored these cases from the mundane to the supernatural.
Yeah, a real range.
But what does it all mean?
That's the thing about these excerpts.
Yeah.
They're more than just wacky adventures. They show you this world
Oh.
where humor and danger coexist, where ordinary people
Right.
get caught up in these extraordinary situations.
And there are moments of like genuine connection.
And unexpected heroism.
It's pretty great.
It really is.
I'm hooked. I need to know what happens next.
Oh, me too. That whole Robin Hoodie thing,
I know, right?
it really makes you wonder.
Not everything.
Yeah, like who can you trust?
Seriously.
But okay, back to Zoran. Remember, he was watching Stephanie.
And Bob.
Yeah, creepy, right?
So creepy.
You know, he's not just a suspect.
He's a threat.
Definitely.
And then there's Julie Weirley, missing for 6 months.
Could be connected.
We don't know.
But it feels like there's more to Zoran.
Right. Like something darker.
Yeah.
And we still have Jug out there.
Don't forget about Jug.
It's a lot, even for Stephanie.
But that's her life, right?
Chaos.
But there are those little moments too, you know?
yeah, those moments of like,
Humanity.
yeah, like with Zach and his grandkids at the hospital.
Exactly. She's tough, but she cares.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, but then things take a turn.
Because someone's murdered.
Right near Stephanie's apartment.
It's like everything changes.
The stakes are higher.
Way higher.
And it makes you realize Zoran's not just a suspect.
He's dangerous.
He's a killer.
And Julie might still be alive.
It's intense.
The humor kind of disappears.
It's serious now.
Life or death.
And Stephanie has to think about protecting herself.
Which is why Ranger tells her to get that gun.
Yeah, it's a big deal for her.
She always relied on, like, her words.
Her wit.
Yeah, but sometimes.
Not enough.
And then that scene in the alley.
Oh, man.
Wrong place, wrong time.
It shows you how dangerous her world really is.
Yeah, it can happen to anyone.
But then there's Ranger.
He's always there.
So calm, so in control.
They have this, like,
Understanding.
they trust each other.
Okay, but back to the investigation. Stephanie finds that connection to the missing women.
And those fingers in the freezer.
Oh, God. Chilling.
It's like, you know he's a predator.
It goes deeper than just catching a criminal
It's got to stop him.
before he hurts anyone else.
So she goes to Herbert for help.
Which is crazy.
I know. But she's desperate.
And it's risky.
Risky.
But it leads to that confrontation at the Wearley house.
In the basement.
So tense.
You don't know what's going to happen.
It's a fight for Julie's life.
And then
You're the chihuahua.
the Chihuahuas.
Who knew?
You never know in Stephanie's world.
Julie's safe, Zoran's caught.
But there's one more twist.
Earned.
Robin Hoodie.
It brings everything full circle.
But it also raises so many questions.
Right? Like how?
And what happens now?
We can only guess.
But for now,
Zoran's gone. Justice is served.
and Stephanie Plum, she does it again.
She always does.
So much happened.
I know, right? So many twists and turns.
But there's like another layer to all of this.
Oh, yeah.
Beyond the action, the humor.
Ivanovich sneaks in those social commentaries.
She does.
Like with Robin Hoodie, it's about,
Wealth, right.
yeah, inequality, who has it, who doesn't.
And with Jug, it's
Power, corruption, all that mob stuff.
right. And then Zorn,
Incredible.
yeah, heavy stuff.
But it's all there.
And what about Stephanie?
Oh, she's constantly pushing those boundaries.
Yeah.
Gender roles, expectations, all of it.
Like she's not playing by the rules.
Not at all. Remember when she used Harry the Hammer?
Oh yeah, she totally turned it around on him.
And helped Jug escape?
It was brilliant.
It was.
So what about Herbert?
Oh, man. From painting her apartment to public enemy number 1.
I know, right?
It's hilarious, but it also makes you think,
About what's right, what's wrong.
exactly, is he a hero? A criminal?
Tough questions.
They are.
But amidst all that chaos, there's that Sunday dinner scene.
Oh, yeah, with the family.
It's like a little bit of normal.
Lamley's her anchor, you know?
Yeah, they ground her,
No matter how crazy things get.
even though they're a little crazy themselves.
Oh, totally.
And that last scene,
With Morelli and Bob.
it's like she's trying to figure out
His new life.
marriage, the dog, all of it.
But there's that sense
Like
of,
ease.
yeah, like, is this really her?
And it makes you wonder, what's next?
Exactly.
But even though things are kind of settled, she's changed.
Oh, yeah, that experience with Zoran.
It leaves a mark.
It does.
So big picture, what do you hope people take away from all of this?
Hope, I think. Even when things are tough, there's always hope.
And maybe a fruit basket.
Always a fruit basket.
Well, thanks for diving deep with us. Until next time, stay curious, everyone.
And that's our summary for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to grab your free copy of the audiobook using the link in the description below. See you next time.